If you're looking for a new pool cleaner, and I assume you are because you're watching this video, I got a twofer. This one here is from Aiper. I have two products that they had given to me. First one here is the Scuba S1 Pro. This is the newer one, which I'll show you my previous year model one that I have currently. This one here is a newer one, which much more improved. Then they have this one, which is totally new. I've never even seen anything like this. I don't even know if they even had these things. This is called the Surfer. Solar powered. This thing has an app, vacation mode, eco mode, all kinds of crazy modes. Look at this thing. Looks like you want to jump on it and go for a ride, right? Let me take you out to the pool. Let me give you a demonstration and an explanation of what these units are, what they do, if you're interested in getting one of these things. So you can see that these things are charging. This one here has that blue strip that lets you know that it is charging. This guy over here, same thing, but it's a little circular light. Boop. The Surfer has this little cord here, which is small. However, the Scuba S1 has a larger transformer and a heavier duty cord because this thing is literally a tank. Look at that thing. That thing needs the power. Just look at that thing. Before we get started, this is what you're going to get in the box. You're going to get, with the Scuba S1, you get the main unit. You get this pole here because when this thing is done doing its job, it'll actually come up by the wall. So you can grab this onto your pole, grab it onto the unit, and you can pull it right out of the pool. Paperwork manual. Of course, the app is intangible. You download that on the app, which is included in the paperwork, of course. Same thing goes for this unit here for the Surfer. Basic paperwork manual. This one here, the plug charger. That's all you need. Let me take you out to the pool deck. Let me give you a close-up and explanation and demonstration of both of these units in action, what they do, what they look like, what to expect from either of these models. Just to give you a little bit of background on my pool cleaner experience, these are some of the ones at my own home that I use. This Boobot, this Paxcel, and this here is my Aiper Seagull Pro, which I call it my tank lovingly because this is my favorite. This is the one that does the walls, the bottom. It runs for like literally an eternity, and that's my go-to. But these ones here I use in a fix or something quick. But this one here is my baby. But I'm gonna show you how this one compares to the current year's lineup. Well, real quick, this one here is my older model, the Seagull Pro 2, and this one here is the Scuba S1, a new current year. And I'll tell you one thing off the bat, you can notice this one here has the ultrasonic sensors on all four corners. This one does not. This one here is much larger, easier to access. This thing was always a kind of like a pain to kind of open and get the thing out. Not that it's that bad, but not quite as good as the newer versions. These things are just like click. I mean, loving that. This one here I really didn't like. I actually had a warranty issue with this plug because it kind of like rotted out and I had to replace it. But they were good enough to replace it, but it was something I had to deal with. This one here, let me show you, the plug is over here. You can see they're improving things. That's a big deal for me. From aside from that, you can see the size is pretty much the same. The bottom where it picks up the debris is basically the same. The tractor wheels are much improved. You can see how much more serious these things are compared to these. I mean, wow, what a difference. Underneath, that's the old. Here's the new. I mean, whoa. Talk about beefy. This sucker's pretty heavy too. This is not for the faint at heart. The power button has 4 modes built into it, which has indicators. This one here was kind of like, not really fussy, but kind of a pain in the ass. When you bring it back, you have to turn it off. Otherwise, it's made this annoying beeping noise. This one here, not a thing anymore. Here's an overview of my home pool. It's a pretty good sized pool. It's not, you know, an Olympic sized pool or anything, but it's not a tiny pool by any means. And I'll tell you, that Seagull Pro current Aiper unit that I'm using does this thing plenty of times. I mean, it's done in about an hour and a half, and it's still, if you leave it alone, it'll run for 3 or 4 hours easily. So if you have a big pool, this will do the job. And it does the bottom, the sides, the steps, all of that. What you really gotta love about these new products is just wonderful because you take them out of the box. Basically, you give them a quick charge and they're basically to use. Put them right in the pool, just like that. One touch setup with the app connectivity, which is something else. I like to use the button myself personally, but some people like to just use the apps. You could use it both ways. The Scuba S1, this guy here does the floor, the walls, the water line. on the pool, all that stuff right there. This takes care of all of that stuff. The S1 cleans the floating debris and uses solar energy. If you look on the top, look at that. Charges itself. Damn hybrid. Look at that. They got hybrids for pool cleaners these days. It's insane. The technology here is it's awesome. Love it. They have dual filtration systems. Picks up all the debris. Picks up particles like algae, oils, suntan lotion, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's great. 100 gallons per minute. This sucker will do all of that, which beats my old one by a mile. Plus the ultrasonic sensors, the upgraded wheels, the traction. This thing just pulls that dirt right off the floor effortlessly. Parks itself, app control. I mean, what else can you ask for, man? And check out these awesome debris collection. You hit the button, slide it out. Ta-da! Love it. This one, same kind of deal. I mean, come on, man. How good is this? Let's see that sucker in action. Now you see there's a button here and it's got floor, walls, both. Whatever you want to do, put in the mode you want. LED comes on. Like right here, I'm going to go top and bottom. Lights on. Let's roll. Place it in the pool. See it's starting to rev up. You see the wake it's creating. Go, tank, go. And this thing will do a pattern. It'll go back and forth and do the whole pool, like line by line, like this way, that way, this way, that way, up the walls, down the walls, and basically the whole deal until this thing is completely clean. I mean clean. See, there it goes. It's working the system. Do your thing, little tank. All right, so while we got this guy doing the bottom work and all the grunt work down there, cleaning the floor and walls, let's do this one to get the skimmer action going. And check this thing out. It's got the ultrasonic sensors on all the corners. It's got roller dealies, so when it hits the walls, it spins off nice and clean. And over here, it's got these that you can adjust so that way if you have like these kinds of things, like these steps and stuff like that over here, if it's really shallow like mine is, it'll actually stop and go back around so it doesn't get jammed up on all these tough areas, which has always been a pain point for my existing pools cleaners. They always get stuck in here in some manner, either this way or that way, going up or on the step. It's always a horror show. This thing fixes all of those problems. Get that thing initialized, hit the button, it's ready to go. Just place it in the pool, let it do its thing. Watch that. Just like that. Look at that. How cool is that? What? That's new, man. That's a new one. I've seen a lot of pool cleaners. I ain't never seen that before. But look at it go. I don't have a whole lot of leaves because I have a screen enclosure, or bird cages we call them here in Florida. But if I had like these pine trees you see all up around here, if you're exposed to all of this, you need this. Because this sucker will just eat up all those leaves, all those, like I get bugs. For some reason the bugs, and after a rain, worms and crap like that, that thing will just eat those things alive, suck them all up. And you can see all those solar panels. The sun isn't hitting it quite yet, but once it gets over there, while it's working, it's charging. It's wild. See how that thing just bounced right off that wall, came right out and back out into the middle to do its collecting the debris. Beautiful. These devices work so beautiful. That's why I always use one myself in my own pool. I cannot recommend these things highly enough because they really do work. And with the new improvements, they're even better. Down below, you'll see a link to both of these products. Check them out. Give them a try. I think that they're really terrific. The S1 Pro comes with this little hook, which I'm going to use right now, connected onto my pool to pull it out of there when I'm done with it. I couldn't record that because I can't have this and the camera in my hand at the same time, but this, just grabbed it, pulled it out, and I set it to do the walls only now. Check out that Surfer S1 over there doing his thing. Round edges, no problem. Look at that thing. Zoom, zoom right around there. Oh, here comes the tank. Check this out. Like a boss cleaning that wall. Just look at the power of that sucker. Fierce. You need this kind of power in your pool. This is what we need. Power. Oh, little tank. Got the dream team. Got the Surfer S1 over there, and you got the Scuba S1 over here. Just cleaning that sucker up. Getting it done. So if you're ready for some serious pool cleaners, give this company Aiper a look. I love them. I just love them. Look at that little tank just getting it done. Check this out. Look at the Surfer S1 right up on that swim ledge. Doesn't miss a spot. In pool, it found even more dirt. This thing gets it done. I love this thing. Now look at that pool, how clean it is.